Dark times are upon us, friend. My family struggles to survive while our beloved nobles bicker ceaselessly about the most meaningless things. I tell you, just the thought of it makes my stomach want to heave.
People say I sell common goods, but mark my words, there's nothing common about my stock. Step closer and look around. I'm sure you'll find something you can't pass up.
I've a fine selection to choose from.
My cart carries... Oh. Why don't they simply put Baron Dorrell in charge and be done with it? He's obviously the one who should be running things around here.
Spare some gold for a worker down on his luck. Do you think I'd rather beg than work? But work for a dust sweep isn't as common as it used to be. And a man's got to do what he can. I have a family to feed, after all. Who can say? What with this civil war and all, maybe people don't care as much about cleanliness as they used to. I'm just trying to make ends meet, and economics was never my strong point.
Please, don't walk away. Don't ignore me. I really need your help. This blasted war has been devastating to us common folk. Can you spare a few pieces of gold for a poor beggar?
Oh, good. Someone new. I was worried that business would be slow, what with the rumors of war and vampires and all. Feel free to look around and don't hesitate to let me know if you need any help.
Greetings.
Rancer may have been an idiot, and Montclair isn't any better. But Shornhelm could really use a king. Because our constantly bickering nobles are the reason Montclair decided to strike out on his own. I admire the High King immensely. But why he thought setting up a triumvirate instead of just selecting a local ruler, I'll never know.
Over here, Initiate. Why don't they simply put Baron Dorrell in charge and be done with it? He's obviously the one who should be running things around here.
All right, the Countess has given us our orders. Let's head west and see if there's any truth to those disturbing rumors.
Countess Tamrith returns here for her father's funeral, and what does House Montclair do? They attack the upper city. The bastards killed more Shornhelme guards and civilians than I care to think about. It's like Rancer's War all over again.
It seems our troubles never end. First, the Mad King sends us to war against Wayrest, and now the nobles who are supposed to protect us are fighting against each other. Will it never end?
Without end. Montclair is responsible for all this madness? Hard to believe. He was always kind to me.
Dry as a bone. I think this well's been cursed. It was full of water just a few days ago. Now, nothing but mud and dust. It must be a curse. My father says it's the vampires, that they've brought a curse down on the entire kingdom. You know, the blood-sucking, evil, somewhat romantic kind. Surely you've heard of them. They've always been around, but lately there are more than ever. Don't tell my father, but I actually think they're kind of exciting.
Hello.
I'm just gonna sit right here until all this nonsense between the nobles blows over.
I'm very sorry. I'm waiting for someone. Would you leave me to my thoughts, please? I don't want to miss him. I've been waiting for so long.
I must be cursed.
No matter the troubles assaulting our fair city.
Hands to yourself or I chop! I mean, please refrain from touching anything. Please.
My...
I think I heard a troll up near the Orc's Finger ruins, so I picked up my gear and returned to the city. I don't know about you, but I wasn't eager to tangle with a troll.
can move anything, but I specialize in the finer things.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
So I'm a vampire. So I drink living... Those high and... So I'm a vampire. Those high and mighty nobles of House Ravenwatch get to prance around like kings of the kingdom, while I hide out down here. You do know they're all vampires, don't you? Or so am I. But that and a sack of gold won't get me out of this rat hole.
Greetings.
Bellalaw's the name. Gossip and rumor is the game.
What do you want?
We have enough trouble around here without the noble houses bickering among themselves.
Suppose I could use another break. Progress is slow, but steady.
You there! A moment? Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
This timber does not speak.
Join me for a cup of mead. A toast to those we've lost. My parents to death, and my sister to her crazy dreams. We're all going to go sometime. We might as well have a drink or two before it happens.
Are we safe here in the lower city? Will Baron Montclair's forces attack us down here? Oh, I can't stand all this waiting.
This city is cursed, I tell you. Cursed! The only safe place is inside this tavern. It's the ale, you know. Fortified for our protection.
She'll come back. She has to. You? What are you doing here? Forget it. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I need your help. It's Colleen. She's missing. She was supposed to meet me back here hours ago, and, well, it's been too long. I think something's happened to her. No. I know something's happened. We're tracking a spy, Naruk. He worked for King Faharjad until he turned on the Covenant. Now he's inciting war. Colleen left to meet Sigil, a contact with info on Naruk. They were to meet outside town off the road. She hasn't come back. I appreciate your help, but don't think this changes anything. We're working together for the good of the Covenant. That's it! Colleen is. I'm working for her. King Faharjad asked Colleen to come after Naruk personally. He trusts her. We don't want anyone finding out one of the king's spies has gone rogue. She's still sailing. Master Kassan is at the helm while we're away. We've done so well against the Dominion that there's rumors King Faharjad's going to promote Colleen soon. I hope so. She deserves it. She's done nothing but good for the Covenant. He's a spy. Or he was until King Faharjad joined the Covenant. The king recalled his spies to Sentinel. Naruk refused. He's founded his own group, the Children of Yokuda. They think the Redguard should rule Bretons and Orcs, not ally with them. I buried my brothers. I didn't have enough for graves, but Colleen helped me. She knows what it means to sacrifice for the Covenant. I don't want to talk about it.
What a pleasant surprise. Don't blame me, my dear. I don't pick the fake names. If I'm Sigil, that makes you Arrowhead. It also makes you very late. Colleen's here? Well, that makes sense. When one of your spies turns on you, it's best not to spread it around town. King Faharjad would want someone he trusts. Seeing as you're here and she's not, I take it Colleen's gone missing? None save the old-fashioned kind. We'll talk to the city guards. If Colleen left Shornhelm, someone was bound to see her. You don't strut like her and not attract attention. If Naruk nicked her, we're in trouble. He's not a nice man. There's still a market for sensitive goods, and I'm doing well enough. Might even have enough for another ship soon if Telenil keeps working his magic. This job was supposed to put me over the top. Guess that'll have to wait. Mikog's off with Lambour. The whole relic fuss never sat right with him. Herden and Deragor are still with me, along with Telenil. We left Colleen's crew shortly after the Dominion hit Daggerfall. I like my sailing without giant fireballs. Funny story. Irian sends me letters. She says Jakarn's taken a fancy to me. She says he even wrote me a poem. I told him flat out I wasn't interested, but that seemed to have the opposite effect. He's turned into a lovelorn fool, Irian says. The man is easy enough on the eyes, but I'm not looking for a fling right now. Jakarn may think he's in love, but I know his kind too well. We'll see if he's still interested when I have my own ship. Oh yes, Vimy sends letters. She's quite the gossip. Naramo's dig off Stonefall's dried up, but he found mention of ruins in the Alakir Desert, so he's headed there next. I've never understood what's so interesting about a bunch of missing dwarves. He's got a mess of sworn swords camped in the sewer beneath Shornhelm. Children of Yokuda. They're planning something nasty. I was going to sell my info to Arrowhead, but now that you're here, I seem to be working for free. Shame, really.
Wonderful day for a blood fiend attack. What can I do for you, citizen? I did see a woman like that. Hard to miss her. Strode up the road like she owned the place. She came back shortly with another Red Guard. Shifty-eyed sort, spoiling for a fight. I confronted them, but the woman assured me everything was fine. They headed into Shornhelme. Didn't watch them after that. My eyes stay on the roads nowadays. Never know when a blood fiend will want a snack.
Yes?
With all the recent trouble, these streets aren't safe at night. You should be careful and keep a hand on your gold pouch. I did see a couple now that I think of it. Don't see too many Red Guards in Shornhelme. They went up the Eastern Road.
It seems our troubles never end.
Dark times are upon us, friend. My family struggles. Don't recall. But if you're looking for someone, you should go roust lazy Ludopi. He never misses a coin purse. I just need
I didn't do it. Whatever it was. Oh, I might have seen them, sure. But maybe I didn't. Memory's not so good. Oh, aye. That'll do it. They went inside the house behind me and didn't come back out. Seeing as the house is abandoned, you make of that what you will.
Oh, I'll handle that. I do love playing with locks. See you below. Damn it, that's Colleen. See to her. I'll keep watch.
Help me walk out of here. And then we'll deal with Naruk. Naruk saw through me. I'm not cut out for spycraft. He had questions, and figured torture would loosen my tongue. He doesn't know me very well. He didn't tell me. But I saw barrels of poison and a sewer map. He's going to poison the water below Shornhelme. He wants to start a war, force King Faharajad to conquer the Bretons and Orcs. In his twisted way, he's doing what he feels is right for Alikir. Let's kill him, shall we?
Where is that half-wit?
Captain! What happened?
Easy, Nicolene. I'm fine.
You're not fine! Who did this to you? I'll kill them!
Get me a healing potion, and we'll kill them together.
Fine. Drink this, now!
Oh, much better.
You saved her. Thank you. I don't know what I'd... Never mind.
Oh, that's better. The sewer's beyond the Fighters Guild. I saw it on his map. Follow me. There's no time to waste. Naruk can't be far. Go after him. We'll stop the poison.
Naruk's already left. You'll know.
Dellen's mill used to grow the sweetest berries in the spring.
A moment?
I wonder where we'll get them from now.
Need something to ride?
Lock the cistern gates. We'll keep them off the winch. Watch your back, Nicolene.
I am. I'm also watching yours.
Don't get
From
cocky.
the side! Well, don't get dead.
This is it. Be fun.
What?
To the side!
after these sons of dogs. Drinks are on me.
Circle around!
I knew you'd be back. I also know Naruk is dead. Thank you. Yet again, you've stopped a threat to the city and the Covenant. Without Naruk, the children of Yakuta will crumble. No one can say King Faharajah did not deal them justice. The Daggerfall Covenant is safe, and so am I, thanks to you. Now, have a drink with us and celebrate our victory.
I'm not sure I can ever forget what happened to my brothers because of what you did, but you saved Colleen. You saved Shornhelm too. I can't discount that. I guess we'll just have to learn to live with each other.
I suppose saving a city is worth a drink.
Take caution, fragile mortal. You stand before the great Incendion, master of the White Flame, bearer of the Burning Heart, kinlord of ancient Sunhold. I could incinerate you with an intake of my breath. And I have very important work to do. You don't listen very well. Were you not undaunted, you'd be a pile of ash right now. If you must know, I've come to Rivenspire in search of the Crypt of Hearts, a once great school of magic. Now it is cursed. If you find it before me, I hope you die there.
Look what the cat dragged in. You kill anything bigger than a spider yet?
I had a bet with Abzag here. He wagered you wouldn't cough up the coin for that drink. Good thing you did. I was supposed to kill you if he was right. Well, I wouldn't have killed you. Maybe thrown you across the bar. I'm pretty strong.
My prices can't be beat.
Here's to this dunghill of a city, and to every one of the nasty fools who still live here.
Buying, selling, trading. Just enjoying some time alone.
Well?
I'd rather keep it that way, thank you.
What is it? Why can't you leave a poor man to his sorrows? Once I was the master of a vast enterprise, brokering deals, trading goods. Now I'm nothing but another destitute drunk. Thanks to those vampires. And you know who suffers? My daughter, that's who. Well, she's outside fetching water. Oh, she's a smart young woman. And I've brought her down with me and all my talk of vampires. What kind of father am I? Pardon me, but I need another drink. I have everything to do with it. Oh, they may have looked like Montclair ruffians when they trashed my cart and took everything I had. But make no mistake, they were vampires among their ranks. Now my daughter and I have nothing. Nothing!
You have a home and a reputation?
Something frivolous for your...
Well met! Welcome to the Dead Wolf Inn. Not the most flattering name, I know, but at least you needn't worry about being mauled, right? Because the wolf is dead, you see. Oh, dear, that sounds awful. Let's just start over. How can I help you?
Greetings.
No more. Not another drop. Clearly, I'm already drunk. On the other hand, since I'm already too drunk to walk, I might as well stand here and have another drink.
Hello.
What?
Tribute, eh? Grab a drink and a chair then. Let's get to it.
You got a lot of work to do before you take me on, pup. Come back.
You still have much to learn, Wayfarer. Rise in the club rank.
You sent the guard west to chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornhelm.
Only some of them, Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevieve will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron, but we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled?
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Bah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
I returned to Shornhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorell means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend? Of course, the light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why he has betrayed us. 2 Shornhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzal and Juberik Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorell can tell you more. Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe. I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms, but that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorell will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished. The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions. House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city. I'm a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble. The Baron and I were friends, yes, good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him. Dorell sees traitors behind every pillar, but his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. He simply has the social skills of a sober Nord. Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter. Sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him. Yes, Captain Geneve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside. But rumors are for later. We have a more immediate problem right here in Shornhelm.
If you can spare a few moments, my master would like to have a word with you. Who's skulking? I'm praying. All devout I am, just like Isolde. Oh, not really. I wanted to eavesdrop on the Baron and the Countess. I must say the acoustics in this place are really quite spectacular. Now why would you go and do that? I'm just like you. I'm merely here to help. Now remember, you never saw me.
Find those traitors and make them pay. Let's show everyone what it means to betray the city of Shornhelm. Situation? What's to tell? Baron Montclair betrayed all of Shornhelm and has taken over half the city. People have been killed or injured, property destroyed. And now Montclair has demanded that we surrender and crown him King of Rivenspire. Now you sound like the Countess. Who cares why he wants to be king? The only thing that matters is that we stop him before he takes over all of Shornhelm. The man is a cad and a coward. I will never bend my knee to him. Never! I don't know what Montclair promised them, but we can't let such disloyalty go unpunished. We must show resolve in this matter. We must deal harshly with these traitors. They'll be in the upper city, probably in the barracks or Montclair Manor. She's young and inexperienced. She hesitates, turns to prayer instead of her own good sense. A ruler has to think and act, not pray to bloody Arcade for every little thing. If we hesitate in this, we'll surely lose everything we hold dear.
Jor-El and Tamra send you? Let me show you the power I've gained since joining House Monty. Little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around. If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life. I needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you. Good question. You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. Open the cell and I'll tell you what I know. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorel.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with? Damn! Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists. Then we have to act fast. Go to the Mews and free Lady Aurene Tamrith, Nethan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Rizal Jewel along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
This Rizal Jewel seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Isolde. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Mews to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the Fevered Mews.
The Fevered Mews. I haven't thought about that place since I was a child.
It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago. It's a dank old place. Oh, I remember now. The sewers! You can sneak through the old sewer tunnel. It leads to right near the entrance of the Fevered Mews. The ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect those ruins would make a proper staging ground.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own. I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements. But if Riz al-Jul is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone. I am not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken captive, it wasn't difficult to ferret out the mad Argonian's hiding place. I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Suffice to say, we have nothing but Rivenspire's best interests at heart. Now, let's go rescue those nobles. Well, the Argonian, he has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist. I believe he may also have darker interests, including necromancy. Understand?
I prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's tortures. They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
Send someone for me. He's the ambassador from Alakir. Did I mention that? Baron Montclair and his Argonian general, Rizelju, attacked the nobles of Shornhelme.
Argonian, Rizel-Jul, said he would turn me into a powerful creature. Why would I want that? Ah, sweet freedom. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
I suspect that Rizel-Jul is behind that stone door, along with his portal. We need to stop him from bringing through more reinforcements. I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to shy away from getting his hands bloody in defense of house and country. Shornhelme's stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all of Rivenspire would soon fall. And then they would look beyond our borders. He's always fancied himself the true heir to Rance's throne. I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with more unusual problems. As for the why of things, call it an obligation. But now is not the time to discuss the past.
time to deal with these fools. Kill them. Kill them all.
Feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers. I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There. That should keep them out. Shornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once, try to determine where Riz al Jul has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we stopped Riz al Jul from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It is frustrating, though, that Riz al Jul slipped away. That Argonian is sly. And that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with swiftly. Thanks to your efforts, though, Montclair's plan to take control of Shornhelm has been stopped. You should inform High King Emmerich and the other nobles. According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dorel, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something. Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dorel wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is. Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me? I think I might leave when this is all over. Join the Fighters Guild, see the world. Certainly could use the change.
Have you seen what the Countess wears? It's positively
Greetings.
scandalous. I guess that's what they're
Is it really
wearing at the
safe?
High King's Court.
I'm not sure.
Hair. Seems a bit ostentatious for a place like Shornham.
Please, I was once like you.
Well?
While you were gone, we liberated the Upper City. House Montclair's hold on Shornhelm has been shattered.
We dislodged House Montclair from its nest. The Upper City is ours, and Shornhelm is free.
Here we have the savior of Shornhelm, I presume. You should know that Baron Dorell and Countess Tamrith have been quite generous in their praise of you. I trust you were able to close this portal Montclair was using to bring in reinforcements? I'm not surprised. Verandis and I go back many years. He has a habit of making people nervous, but I've been trying to reassure Baron Dorell and Countess Tamrith he is loyal to the people of Rivenspire. Did you also defeat this Rizal Jewel? Then I suppose we'll have to track him down, he and Montclair both. I fear Montclair's ambitions may be far greater than simply conquering all of Rivenspire. It's better we stop him now. Thanks to you, we have an excellent start here in Shornhelm, and I will devote my resources to fortifying the city as quickly as possible. We're secure here now, and we have to ensure it remains that way. Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorell will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. As you might have guessed, I'm thinking you are best suited for tracking down Rizal Jewel and making sure he doesn't go opening any more portals into Shornhelm. Did Verandis perhaps mention any suspicions of where this rat may have scurried off to? Then I suggest you join him. Knowing Verandis, he's returned to Ravenwatch Castle to study whatever evidence he may have found. You'll find it west of the city near the town of Crestshade. I'm counting on the two of you to stop Rizal Jewel, and soon. I should warn you, Ravenwatch Castle is as strange as the man who owns it. His family is very old and they have strange traditions. Don't worry, though. I have no doubt about the fact that he's on our side. You may rely on anything he says. Of course, I'm a veritable treasure trove of useless information, and I love to share. I've known Count Ravenwatch since I was a boy. My father even sent me to study with him for a time. House Ravenwatch is one of the oldest noble houses of Rivenspire. Quite a legacy, and Verandis carries it well. Well, if you must know, he's part of the reason I'm wearing this crown. When I first proposed to form the Covenant, many people opposed me. Verandis, however, without any urging, supported my plans and helped sway opinions in my favor. I think he did it because he was tired of bloodshed, and he knew he could trust me to always work toward peace. If I can end this conflict and restore it here, I will consider my debt to Verandis paid in full. As long as it takes. I knew that having the noble houses share the throne wouldn't last. I should have chosen one of them to rule years ago. To be honest, I feel I'm partly to blame for all of this, and it's my duty to be here and see it resolved. The last time I brought an army to Rivenspire, it was to put an end to Rance's war. That isn't a memory I want to reawaken in this region. Besides, it will be better for all concerned if Rivenspire resolves its own problems. Rumors and wild tales, for the most part. We did receive a dispatch from a Captain Janavi. Apparently something occurred in the town of Crestshade. Something devastating enough to require the captain to set up a camp for refugees. Very little. It's a small town at the foot of the Western Mountains. Since you're heading in that direction to see Verandis, perhaps you can look in on Crestshade. I'd be grateful if you can determine what actually happened out there.
Now that Shornhelm is secure, we can turn our attention to the reports coming in from the rest of Rivenspire. Something definitely unusual is going on out there. Damn! We have to find him. As long as he's at large, this region of Rivenspire's in terrible danger. Now, if I could just get the Countess to abdicate her authority to me, we'd put an end to this constant bickering and really get things done. Take counsel with the High King, of course. We've been hearing reports of an unusual number of blood fiends popping up throughout the countryside. That's just one more problem to add to our growing list of concerns. I'd prefer to be out in the field, but I expect the High King will send me where he will. At least my son Alec can manage House Dorel holdings while I deal with the broader concerns of Rivenspire.
Baron Dorel can be so reckless. I fear that his approach will lead Rivenspire down a dangerous path. Of course, his style of leadership hardly matters if we can't put a stop to Baron Montclair. I sent my sister Genevieve to investigate reports of trouble in the west. She's a captain in the Shornhelm Guard, you know. I'm worried, though. She hasn't sent a report in quite some time. If the High King can spare me, I might ride out to meet her. She's always been rather lackadaisical about filing reports, but we did receive word that she had set up a camp for refugees. It's obvious something terrible is going on out there. I want to make sure she's all right. Not as close as we were. When I went to study in Stormhaven, Genevieve joined the Guard. We don't always see eye to eye, but we are sisters. I'm sure she's fine. But I wish I could get her to send dispatches on a regular basis. Hmm?
Again?
Hello there.
Finish this.
Another distraction.
Who are you? Why are you here? You can't arrest me. I'm not breaking any laws. I know your kind. You befriend me, and then you take everything I've collected for your own. Well, I see right through your plan, and I'm having no part of it. Now get away before I scratch your eyes out. I have sharp nails, you know.
I wish I was off adventuring.